Hi there, and welcome to another Game on Mobile help video. I'm just going to go through the quick version 2 here and show you guys how to start your league in this 2023 new platform here. So go ahead. I've already got an account, so if you just click, if you start a new account, it will automatically ask you, take you through the wizard and all that upon league creation. But if you haven't, if you have an old login but you haven't used this platform yet, so you can go ahead and log in, use your button here, click over here to this little secondary icon here and create new league. A lot of it is similar to the previous version if you used it before, so we're going to do it YouTube test. Just going to go ahead and do the default. We'll go ahead and just pick New York. We're going to say our tournament starts, April 30th. We'll say playoffs. We'll say it's a relatively short league. You're going to start June 30th. Here you can display if you want the home team first. Here you can put welcome to our test league, any information here you would like to see. So we're going to go ahead and create the new league. It's going to take you back here. We're going to look for our league here. YouTube test right here. We're going to go ahead. You can see it's a little bit of a different feel. So you can see this will be your main area here is going to be your settings area. So we're just going to go ahead and click in there. And this is kind of takes you through the whole wizard of what you're kind of more used to seeing through this first page. We can do our sports settings here. So we can say this is softball. We can leave the points the way they are. Of course, these are more these are hockey options here. If you have a USA Hockey tiebreaker, if you're part of USA Hockey, or if you want to add quotient for a tiebreaker for tournaments. Similarly, you can just kind of grab this and go ahead and jump this however you want. Total wins, if you think score differential is better than score against, go ahead and save that. Go into your venues, and here, if you you can go through any of the old venues you might have in your list if you've created some previously. If you haven't, you can go ahead and go through this create venue. It's very obviously, self-explanatory. You could do one complex here. It might be complex main, and then it might have 5 or 6 different playing areas, and you can go ahead and put them all in there if you don't want to create one for every different field or every different hockey arena. And then we're going to go into divisions. So we're going to say yes, we're going to have divisions. We'll say yes, we're going to have playoff divisions. We're going to add a regular season, and then we're going to add a playoff. You might even want to do A division, regular season B. And then playoffs will be combined, and we'll do that. Again, all of these options can be adjusted at any time. You can come back. So here in our regular A division, we're going to do Yankees, Blue Jays, and this one we'll do Astros and Rays. And you can leave the playoff division blank. Again, you don't have to do this, but if you run maybe a slow pitch league and you're going to run your regular season, we can go into the playoff division. There'll be another video about this where you can convert it to the playoff divisions. All right, and this will be your change team division. If you have a team, maybe the Yankees are not quite there for A division and you want to switch the Astros and the Yankees, you can actually go in here and take the team and switch them to the other division. We can go registration. So you might have registration for your league if you want to collect payment, or you want to collect player registration info for all the different teams that they're on. You can go ahead and turn this on. Say you're collecting team payment registration, you can turn this on, and you can send out this link, and then that person can go there, and you can choose your different options. And that person can go there and go to this link and pay via credit card. Obviously, all the normal processing fees, between 3.5% and 4.5% will get applied depending on the credit card used by the person. Team register, sorry, that was for individual registration. Here you can set your team price. Maybe it's $1,000, and you can allow the team to choose which division they're going to go into. Stripe information. So if you are going to do this, you need to create an account in Stripe. And again, this is more of a complicated tool, but if you have any questions, feel free to email us at support@gameonmobile.com, and we can kind of go through that a little bit more. But one, you have to create a Stripe account here and connect it for it to actually push it all through. Access, as some people have probably used this tool before. You have league access, or you can have organizational access. You can add someone, like I said, Joe mail.com. Of course, this person will have to be created in the Game on Mobile system for this to work. And then you can choose if they have organization, which will give them access to all of the leagues inside your login, or league, which would just be this specific League 13-3-12. Another thing we've added, so your league or tournament number will show up here, and you can go ahead and punch that in anytime to get direct access to that league. So if someone wants to find this, this test league we're making, you could, once we make it visible, you could type in, 13312 in the search function, and it'll come right up. So you can go ahead and add access to here if you have multiple administrators you'd like to have. Landing page. So here you can take, if I have maybe 15 leagues and or tournaments in 15 different divisions, I can go ahead and you can hide them there. So if I give somebody this link here, they will have access to all the ones that are on show. So these ones would be shown, and the ones that are hidden wouldn't be hidden. It's just kind of for some organizations that have lots of tournaments, kind of like I have here, you could give a quick list to all of them. Publishing, same as before, you can either have game numbers or not. You can save that URL prefix, Kyle's YouTube test .gameonmobile.com would give them direct access to this link. You could just give them this link, copy it, and send it off, and people would have access to it. Activation, this will be where you'll go and pay. Because mine's an administrator account, it doesn't quite show it here, but there'll be a link to put in a promo code here, as well as click to confirm invoice, and you can that's where you'll go ahead and pay for your league to make it live and active for everyone to see online. Advanced tools, kind of like before, so you can generate a score reporter pin. So if I had people that wanted to different leagues for this tournament, the Yankees and the Blue Jays, and they wanted to have access to score reporter pin, they could download the app, put in this 5-digit code, and then they would have access to update the games that we're going to create. Move to different organization is more of an advanced feature for if I was running this league and maybe I'm done running this league now and I want to transfer to somebody else, you can go ahead and transfer it to somebody else through that. You can back up your league here. This does take a few minutes to create, so you can go ahead and create this anytime and back up your league. If maybe you're going to make some changes you don't know if you're comfortable with, you can go ahead and back it up, and it will create one/backup in your league folder. Erase schedule, you can put in your password here and erase the whole schedule, or you can go ahead and delete the league here. So those are just your advanced tools. This is something different. This is pro settings, so you can basically take your image as long as it kind of fits right. You can go through your computer, find a logo, and it will actually display up here underneath this Game On logo, mobile logo. It can be your league logo or whatever it is you want to display up there. Maybe it's a sponsor or whatever. And you can actually go in here and you can actually toy with all the different colors, and it'll make it, let's just go with maybe a purple there. That looks kind of nice. And you can kind of adjust the different settings here. It's still somewhat basic, but at least it gives different leagues some option to go ahead, and we're obviously going to expand on this a little bit and start giving you a little bit more options to kind of customize this the way you would like. Pages, so you can go ahead and create separate pages here, which we'll actually create in here. So we can go ahead and say, we can create a page and we can call this All-Star Team, and we can just put we'll just do AST and we'll see which one comes up. You can go into the body and say congrats to XYZ for making this year's All-Star Team. Very basic, of course. This is still, again, somewhat basic that we're going to expand upon. We still have some work to do here, so you can also set it as categories, which will also, I believe you can go through all this, just kind of sets it up a little bit differently. So we'll go ahead and save that. You can see now this will create just a separate page. Still very basic, but gives the league some flexibility. If you want to add a couple extra pages in here, it gives you some flexibility there. So again, we're going to go back to our main area, which is settings. And you can actually set up a waiver here as well. You can type in a waiver here for the registration, that when players register, they will have access to their waivers. So that's pretty much it for the. That's basically your advanced settings. There's a few extra options, a little bit more flexibility. That kind of goes there. So again, just kind of looking at this. This is all similar to the last version. You're also going to have, this is where you'll see, all your different leagues that you've created. Obviously, I've got a lot. This is more of, you won't see this administration function, but you'll be able to change your password and create a new league under this third button here. So you can see schedule and scores, standings, venues, announcements, media, brackets, stat keep, shop, settings. Settings is obviously a bit different, just different way of getting to the settings as opposed to the old way up here. Brackets and stat keep are a little bit different. We won't go into those in detail in this video just because they're kind of separate new features. And there'll be other YouTube videos on them as well. Those are obviously, brackets is self-explanatory, where you can run single, double, or 3-game guarantee bracket. And we'll create the brackets for you. Stat keep goes into more baseball statistics and stuff like that. So everything else is kind of the same. I won't bore you with all this other stuff, but schedule and scores. So you can go in here, and this is where you add them, that little plus sign. And here you can add games. Looks like, as you can see, the venue's blank, so we haven't added the venue. So let's go to settings, venues, and make sure that we select some venues that'll give us access to that. And we'll go back to schedule and scores. We will add our venues that are there now. We'll say we have a game on the 30th, so when we said our league started. We'll say 2 o'clock. Regular season A, Yankees, Blue Jays, game 1. Save to schedule. And you can see it brings up our box here. Again, new here, we have list view, box view, all your different features to sort from date. You could choose to sort by the date up there, or you can go to all. You'll have obviously your old filters, divisions, teams, venues, statuses, all kind of the same filters. Again, same old. You can edit games here, all pretty similar to the old version. You can edit them here. You can update your scores, and you'll see it automatically does it. And we'll see if we go to our standings that the Yankees have a win percentage, and everything else like that. Venues, this is where you can adjust them. Announcements, kind of similar as before. You can go ahead and create an announcement here, which will do a push notification out to every player that is following your league. You can say Diamond 4 is closed. General announcement. Diamond 4 is underwater. And that will send out this announcement to all the teams in your league. All the players in the league that are favoring it through the mobile app will come up on their phone, and anybody that clicks the announcement page will see this announcement there now. Media, you can go ahead and upload files or gallery if you want to maybe upload some sponsor stuff or pictures or video from the tournaments. Like I said, brackets, we'll dive deep into it there, but you can go here and create bracket in the top. And there'll be other videos on that, but you can go ahead and create anything there. Same with stat keep, and that's pretty much it. Shop, if you have any questions, you can contact Team Gear, and they can help create you a custom shop within your site. And that's more or less it. Standings, just so everyone knows, you can edit this at any time. You can always go in here. If someone inputted the score wrong, you can either edit the game, or you can also just go in here and manually do something. If somehow something gets messed up, you can go ahead and change that. And I think that basically covers the general overview of starting that up. The last thing I'll show you too is just kind of publishing. Like I said, this is where you want to give people this URL. You could give them this main URL as well. You can also give them this league number to type in for them to find it as well. So hopefully you found that creating league video exciting, and look around the YouTube page. There should be some more. If you have any questions, also feel free to email us anytime at support@gameonmobile.com. Thanks.